Okay, well, we've made it off the ship, and in this video, I'm just going to go through leveling up. It's pretty quick, easy. The only thing that I am looking for here is I'm going to go with archery for an extra +2 to hit. I can't kill them if I can't hit them. Another good option would be defense. I don't plan on dueling. Well, I will, I guess, but it's not my main way of dealing damage. Ranged is my preferred method because if they can't reach me, they can't hit me. So it's defensive and offensive. Two-weapon fighting. I think I talked about it in the build video, but you can dual wield hand crossbows, and this does add your dexterity modifier to the crossbow damage. The only problem I found playing solo is my bonus action is used up a lot with trying to use either a good berry or a heal potion to get my bless from the ring on, or maybe extra poison damage from a necklace. Again, whatever you find for your playstyle. If you're playing in a group, it's not that big. If later you decide to go Beastmaster instead of Hunter, it's probably a viable option for you. I am going Hunter in this video, but nothing against Beastmaster. It's definitely has some useful aspects when you're playing solo. You can use the bear to kind of goad everybody to attack them. Then there is the spider, which one gives you a web to hold them in place, or two, if you can kind of get it to clip a little bit of fire, it's like an AoE low damage fireball, which is kind of nice. Kind of get some damage going on them. Just kind of think through how you're going to play, or how you want to play, and make your choices. But for me, I'm going with archery. As far as spells, you've got a lot of options here. I am not taking Speak with Animals, although it does add some flavor to the game. I am going with Longstrider for extra movement. This, with being a wood elf, will help me keep distance between my enemies. And then Hunter's Mark to add a little extra damage when I have the bonus action available, and when I don't think I'm going to be taking a lot of damage. The problem with concentration spells and not having the Warcaster feat, and the Warcaster feat isn't implemented in the game, and at this point I couldn't tell you if it is, but in D&D 5th edition it would give you advantage on your constitution checks, which is what your concentration check is. When you get hit, you would roll your constitution check or saving throw, or yeah, you get the gist. Anyways, but without that, there's a good chance that you lose it when you get hit, and it really kills without having that Warcaster. It kind of kills the druid a little bit because a lot of their spells are concentration. Don't get me wrong, the druid is definitely awesome, but when you want to go in, swinging your flame blade, and you get hit by a goblin for 1 damage, and you fail your concentration check on it, and you just burn a spell slot, and you're like, well, gee, that was a waste. It's kind of starts to push you back into range, and it really gets rid of the whole melee spellcaster concept. So hopefully, maybe in a patch or a hotfix, they add Warcaster or something like it to kind of help those people out that want to play a melee caster, because there are definitely a lot of builds in D&D that are melee caster and a lot of fun to play. So I'm hopeful. We'll see. But pick your favorite. Again, the reasoning behind what I'm picking is extra movement, extra damage. Next level up, did I get to pick a spell? I will be picking Goodberry. Hail of Thorns, 1d10, low AoE damage, but I can do this with arrows. Not this amount of damage, but I can add AoE damage with arrows, using a grease pot, throwing it. and with my limited spell slots of 2, not really wanting to waste it for that. Fog Cloud, not as great as you would think, because they just run right through it. I mean, they're blind while they're in there, but they run right out of it. So if you cast it on like some ranged creatures, because they cannot make ranged attacks, well, they just run out of it and then shoot you. It's not big enough to kind of make them make a full movement action and a dash to spend their action, so they can't shoot you. So defensively, it's not that great. I have used it to obscure some onlookers' sight to pick some pockets, but I don't feel that it's a great spell. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not using it right. Let me know in the comment section if you got some ideas. Ensnaring Strike is, again, it's great, but it sucks because we're limited on spell slots. And we shoot this, we ensnare one guy, and now we've either got one spell slot left or no spell slots left, depending on what you've casted before. It's one enemy, and it's a concentration. Once you kill that enemy, you're no longer concentrating on the spell. So what'd I waste it for? Unless I'm wrong, but I don't think you can hit multiple targets with it. Or at least when I've shot, it's just the one target, and then your concentration is keeping them entangled. Cure Wounds. Cure Wounds is a nice big heal, but again, I'm going with good berries, and the reasoning behind that is because it is one spell slot for 4 heals. And those 4 heals are going to help us keep some buffs up on us. Animal Friendship has its uses, but again, for whatever your playstyle is, whatever your concept is for your ranger, pick your favorites. These are just mine. And we'll call that good. But the other nice thing about Longstrider, cast it, and you have it until long rest. It doesn't take a concentration, and you've got extra during combat. You can move further. So let's go ahead and get our story going.
You're alive. I'm alive. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. One thing. Lead the way. Something the matter? If you're sure. As you like.
With haste. Another step forward. Don't waste a step. Can't slow down. More of those wretched things.
I think I will show you this fight, and then we'll go on to, I think the next video, we'll move on to the Druid camp, and then probably the Ruined Temple after that. Try and cut down the running around in between. There are a few hidden items that I may show, or not hidden, but you may not know them depending on how much you've played. And I'll show those, but other than that, the walk in between, I'll probably save you from that for the most part, most of the videos.
Breathe quiet. Move with care. What path lies before me?
Okay, for this fight, we're gonna go ahead and dip our weapon.
Now this will hurt.
And then we are gonna cheese it a little bit. We're gonna wait down here until the brain gets closer. Okay, yeah, I probably ought to turn those off. I was just figuring if they added new stuff, I'd be notified. Anyways, so we want these two brains next to this little nautiloid tank. And then when we shoot it with our flaming arrow, that'll kill both of them, or put them almost dead. Okay. Apparently I am cooking dinner in a moment. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, we're gonna shoot this little tank. It keeps showing me that, oh, I gotta walk all the way over here. For some reason it doesn't realize I can just walk to this edge and shoot. And there you go. Now we're down to one. There are a lot of fights where looking at your surroundings can make it a lot easier.
What path lies before me?
And there you have it.
What
That's
path
it.
lies before me?
Yep.
At the ready.
I remember the first time I did that fight, I died. And thanks for watching. Next video, I believe, we'll go through the Druid encampment. There is a mind flayer here with some people around them. Just going to give you a little tip. If you shoot the mind flayer, you can skip the whole battle. If you want, they run away. And if you want to kill them, then you can go kill them, because they really don't fight back then.